Hello everyone, welcome to another X-Wing Should I Fly It video. This time we're going to be looking at the squad I'm currently flying, which is Poe Dameron and 3 A-Wings. So this is a pre-Wave 5 release, so I'm trying to balance all of that against what I want to change when we get Resistance Transport for this list. And I haven't really done much Resistance piloting in 2nd edition. This is the first list I've gravitated towards. It's pretty simple at the moment. I have Poe Dameron, Tali, Lulo, and Zari. I have been messing around, changing upgrades around and doing different things, but I think I've settled on this for now. It gives me a 10-point bid, which isn't really to be honest, that's more of a buffer zone for after the points change, because I'm pretty sure these A-Wings have to get more expensive because they're a bargain at the moment. So I've got a buffer here just built in, and hopefully that'll give me some flex to change Zari maybe into the Resistance Transport. But we'll cover that list once they're actually out and available after June 6th. I'll do another one of these and talk about a different list. But for now, we're looking at Poe Dameron coming at 75 points with R2 Astromech, Black 1, Heroic and Integrated S-Foils. So relatively light, just has the core upgrades of Black 1. The R2 is there to give him a little bit of regen. Heroic is just there because it's funny on Poe. I feel like he probably should have it. Whether it comes into game effect or not is pretty much irrelevant. It's just there to round him out. I'd be tempted to put Crackshot on him if I wanted to push that efficiency curve a little bit more, but I like this at the moment. Heroic Poe seems fun. He's 75 points, so not too expensive. The A-Wings can still carry some of the weight of the list. It's not like it's all on Poe. Then we have Lulo Lampara with just Crackshot. I've been toying around with having Heroic on Lulo as well, just to try and help with that 2 dice agility once you're stressed. But again, I'm not really convinced that Lulo needs it. Better piloting on my part and not always stressing for the extra dice when he's going to be taking a lot of shots. Making those decision points slightly more important. So I don't know that I necessarily need it, but again, there's 10 points here to play with, so if you feel like it, you can throw Heroic on there, or maybe, as we've got on the other A-Wings, you can throw Trickshot on instead. But 39 points and Initiative 5 seems pretty solid. Crackshot tends to come into play a couple of times a game, and it's just if your opponent actually rolls an evade or anything, but just spend it on the first opportunity and you'll be fine. Then we have Tali. She comes in at 38 points, which gives you Crackshot and Trickshot. And same for Zari, coming in at the same points with Crackshot and Trickshot. And they've been pretty efficient. I've not tried them properly with Trickshot yet, but my idea is that's going to come into play once I boost out of the engagement, rotate the arc backwards, and start activating some trick shots when I'm dodging around asteroids and stuff that way. I'm not too worried about lining up shots forwards through the asteroids on the approach. It's more when I break off and try and run away, because I want to be using those asteroids to protect the damaged A-Wings anyway. And that's how some of my games have gone, so I feel like I should get value out of Trickshot there. So the playstyle of the list has been pretty interesting and fun for me, or so I've found it anyway. Trying to draw people in to fight Poe, and then using all of his tools to keep him alive, get him out of trouble. You don't put him in trouble, you take calculated risks with him, where you can only take a given amount of damage because of the amount of shots you're exposing him to. And if you can get people to hook onto Poe, your A-Wings will clean up. And equally, if they focus down one A-Wing, 5 forwards and a boost and switching the arc around will get you out of most situations and still give you shots. So whatever they pick to go on, unless they can alpha it off the table, you tend to hold on to your half point thresholds and really punish people for making decisions, whatever they be. I tend not to fly in formation. I've been running Poe on his own, then generally I'll have maybe Lulo flanking and Tally and Zari kind of working together, but not really fixed on any of that just yet. Zari, I've really enjoyed. Whilst you're definitely paying points for the ability, I find the ability is really good fun. You can like just swam into people. You can be a lot more daring with what moves you pick because it doesn't matter if you collide or not. You're going to get your actions, and you can even like bump into your own ships and like really control the speed at which Zari's going, and still get all of your actions. So that's pretty good fun. But I probably would look at Zari being the one to go to make space in if you wanted something else. Like I was tempted to run it with a blue squadron, the Initiative 1 A-Wing, and putting squad leader on that one. But to be honest, I didn't really find that that it was coming in that useful having the Initiative 1. I ended up too far away from where I wanted to be to get the coordinates, so maybe if I'd have put more practice into flying it. But yeah, I don't honestly, I'm not 100% sure what I will do once the Resistance transport's out. The other one I have been tempted by was the Initiative 4. I think it's Greer, I can't remember. Let's double check. Let's check the A-Wings. Where are you? Yeah, Greer Sono is the Initiative 4, and he lets you rotate the arc, so you get even more action efficiency. You can focus, rotate, and boost, and do like lots of fun, funky things. Fun, funky? There's too many Fs. But this is what we're looking at for now, and I've not found it too challenging to get wins with this list so far. It's pretty straightforward to fly. Flying against it, I feel like you only go for Poe if you can definitely punch through his defenses and keep the pressure on him. If you focus too hard on him, the A-Wings will start picking you apart, and then the moment you try and turn on them, they'll be out of the fight. They get a massive amount of uptime on their shots because they can hard one away from you and swing the arc around and stuff like that. It's definitely a case of just go for something, get points on the board. Once you put the list behind, it starts really struggling and getting harder and harder to put more damage out, because at the moment it's got like 1.5 3-dice attacks and 2.5 2-dice attacks, because Lulo can be either or. But it's another thing as well. Don't always focus on just stressing Lulo to get the extra offense unless you actually are focusing fire. If you're just taking pot shots, you're probably better off to not be stressed for your positional plays later on. Whilst there's a lot of blue on this dial, some of your best moves are not blue. So like the 3 hard turns come in handy, the 1 hard turns, and then obviously the 3 banks being blue is amazing, and all of the straights being blue. But just because you have a lot of blue doesn't mean you need to go about stressing him all of the time. Having those 3 evade dice to try and help shrug off some damage really does help. Well, there you go. I really recommend this list. It's pretty solid, good fun to fly, gives you lots of options. The A-Wings feel super, super overpowered at the moment, and that's why we've got this 10-point buffer. Bid-wise, it's nice for Lulo, but I don't feel like anyone else really needs it. Tally's ability comes in nicely with it, but it's not something I've really focused on trying to trigger a lot. When it happens, it happens. But having the opponent move first for these Initiative 5s is always useful. And yeah, that's about it. I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think, how you've been building your Poe and 3 A-Wing lists. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Give us a thumbs up and leave some comments. And yeah, if you want to make sure you know when new videos come out, make sure you click the bell icon. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff, and we will see you on the next one.